When Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, India's renowned nuclear scientist and former president, chose to write his final book, he didn't focus on orbital mechanics or national policy. He wrote about a spiritual ascetic. That book, Transcendence, was the result of a scientific mind attempting to document the mechanics of total selflessness. Modern leadership is often synonymous with personal branding and aggressive ambition, but is it actually possible to manage a global organization with zero personal ego? Pramukh Swami Maharaj took charge of the BAPS organization at 28, centering his entire leadership on a single mantra: "In the joy of others lies our own." This wasn't a philosophical abstraction. It was the blueprint for an organizational operating system designed to mobilize millions of people toward common goals. The first visible output of this system is purely structural. During his tenure, he directed the construction of over 1,100 temples across the globe. These Akshardham complexes are logistical puzzles of hand-carved stone and interlocking joints. They function as active centers where millions gather, designed to preserve and transmit Indian culture at an immense scale. This cultural expansion pushed far beyond India, establishing massive, permanent stone structures in major Western hubs like London and the United States. These projects required constant diplomacy, earning him lasting respect from the leaders of the world's major religions, including Pope John Paul II. Ultimately, these 1,100 temples act as global embassies, anchoring his philosophy of service in permanent physical monuments. But monuments are only half the story. The more difficult logistical challenge was maintaining a direct connection with the millions of individuals who follow him. To maintain this connection, he traveled to 17,500 villages and visited 250,000 homes. When not traveling, he was writing. He personally replied to over 750,000 letters, offering specific life advice to everyone from students to world leaders. He managed this volume by utilizing every spare minute in transit and dedicating his late nights to correspondence, ensuring that no follower's request for guidance went unanswered. While massive temples project a vision to the world, this level of personal outreach ensures a leader remains accessible to every individual within the organization. The third pillar of this system is the capacity for rapid humanitarian action, executed without any distinction of class, religion, or background. The 2001 Gujarat earthquake served as the stress test for this network. BAPS had to pivot immediately from cultural work to large-scale disaster relief. In the middle of the rubble, his volunteers provided food, medical services, and emergency housing, eventually rebuilding entire villages for those who had lost everything. This same infrastructure powers long-term social changes, running campaigns that helped millions of youths overcome addiction, and building schools and hospitals in India's most neglected tribal zones. A spiritual philosophy is only as valid as its practical ability to relieve real-world suffering during a crisis. When he passed away on August 13, 2016, in Sarangpur, millions of followers and global leaders gathered to mark the end of his 95-year journey. However, the organizational operating system he built was designed to function independently of any single individual. This was proven as his successor, Pramukh Swami Maharaj, took up the mantle, ensuring that the temples, the aid work, and the outreach continued without interruption. Formal recognition, like India's Padma Bhushan, serves as a historical record of the scale of his impact on modern society. By the end of his life, the data was clear. Pramukh Swami Maharaj finally proved to the world that "in the joy of others lies our own" isn't just a spiritual ideal, it is a highly efficient, world-changing formula for leadership.